What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Iron Maiden. And indeed, we're going to go to an album I haven't reacted to yet for the first time, and that is Dance of Death. This is from 2003. This is after both Bruce and Adrian Smith had joined the group. I do believe this is the second album since they came back. Brave New World was definitely the first that Bruce came back, and I think Adrian Smith as well. Nevertheless, we're going to listen to a tune that someone shouted this out maybe a week ago in one of the Iron Maiden reactions I did, but they wanted to see a reaction to Paschendale, so that's what we're going to do. This tune, as far as I can tell, is based on a pretty famous series of battles in World War I, and what is called like West Flanders. And basically, you know, it was a war of attrition. There were several battles that took place near this Belgian town of Ypres, I think is how you pronounce it. If I'm getting that wrong, someone let me know. But in particular, I think this relates to what is called the Third Battle of Ypres, and ultimately, you know, we're talking World War I, so we're talking trench warfare, and there are lyrics in the song about, you know, waiting for your moment to get up and go over, and to, you know, be prepared to die. And ultimately, I do think this song fits very well within the same idiom as The Trooper, as well as a number of other tunes I've reacted to by different bands. But it's another tune where a soldier is out on this field, you know, made to fight against people because leaders have made decisions that invasions need to happen, or, you know, offensive fronts in this part of this larger war need to happen, and so on. And indeed, I have read commentary about, you know, the wisdom of this campaign, whether trying to fight an offensive was the best move, or whether they should have waited for American reinforcements to arrive in France, and so on. I'm no military strategist, so I can't really speak to that. But the song does absolutely convey the horrific conditions of the soldiers, what happened to them, you know, lamenting the loss of their friends that they've been serving with, and, you know, seeing them bleed out on the battlefield, and running where you're blinded by shrapnel, but you have to still try to advance, and ultimately you're going to bleed out on this battlefield so far away from home, so far away from the things that you care about, and again, maybe for reasons and decisions that ultimately didn't make sense to begin with, or weren't justifiable given the context. And again, there's a line near the end where it fits with a couple songs that I've reacted to recently, where, you know, normal, ordinary people, at the behest of those with horrible ideas or horrible plans and so on, end up having to kill each other and die for each other, so to speak. And there's a line near the end about, like, you know, after we die, maybe friend and foe, you know, we'll meet over that hill, you know, over that hill of death. And maybe, you know, we'll be together again in a more positive, excuse me, way. So yeah, it's a very powerful song. Like I said, I think it fits very well with The Trooper, and is sort of like a more modern and differently located articulation of many of the same themes. So let me know what you think. Let me know if this one is very powerful for you. It moved me very emotionally when I first heard it, and I just kind of go into a song fresh. I try not to read too much, you know, when I buy an album if I haven't heard a song. It's like, okay, let's just, you know, let the song tell me a story. But after I listened to it, I was like, wow, that was crazy. I need to go look this up in more detail. And, you know, so some of the things I mentioned there is what I discovered after learning about this. Nevertheless, let's get into it. This is Iron Maiden's Paschendale on their album Dance of Death from 2003.
In a foreign field he lay, lonely soldier, unknown grave. On his dying words he prays, tell the world of Paschendale.
Really love that guitar work. Almost sounds like harmonic or whatever you call it.
Rust your bullets with his tears. Let me tell you about his years.
another song of like, let me tell you about this. Make sure that people know what happened here. I have read that the weather conditions may have contributed to the, you know, brutal nature of the combat, even beyond what it would already be. That felt symphonic. I felt like there were strings there, or maybe that was like diegetic sound. I'm not sure. So many young lives. Come on, Bruce. No change. No man's land. Almost certain death between the trenches, out in the open. About it. There's parts in songs where they just give me these like, I keep calling it Castlevania vibes because it feels like it could be like this old school wicked action game sort of music. I get that vibe a little bit right here. Very like pounding it, like I can feel the intensity of the battlefield through the sonics. I love that hold from Bruce. There's a bit of rasp in there. That guitar kind of like, it felt like the aftershock of like a bomb landing where your ears are ringing. Speaking of your ears ringing, I love that first one, and the second one just came in with power. Guitar artistry. Every Iron Maiden tune has guitar artistry. That symphonic feeling is back. Yes, I feel like there's horns too. Splitting up the first two solos from this one. Like, the song composition is insane. listened to this album nearly as much as some of the others. Like up until Brave New World, I've listened to them more, and then Brave New World on, I haven't heard as much. This one is just crushing my brain right now. Like each brutal installment in the story, there's that reflection, that lament that like, I'm out here bleeding and dying with people I've cared about, and we're so far away from where we'd like to be and where we used to be. I love that little drum roll there. Tension string. It's perfect.
See my spirit on the wind, across the lands
See my spirit on the wind.
Friend and foe will meet again. Those who died
Take it
on
metaphorically.
Paschendale.
Either way, it's such a powerful line at the end of that song. Wow. Yet another masterpiece. Honestly, that one really hit me. Again, I've heard it a few times. I have listened to this album a little bit, but as I said, Number of the Beast through Brave New World, skipping the two that Bruce weren't involved in, I have listened to a fair amount by this point. Like I said, or actually, basically up to Fear of the Dark. Brave New World I probably listened to more than the rest that have come after, but not as much as the ones before. But Dance of Death up until the present, I've still been trying to catch up, and part of me really wanted to do it chronologically, and I spent weeks listening to like one or two of the albums, and then but basically I have listened to them, but that one was fresher to me than some of the other ones I've reacted to, so that was a real journey, and I enjoyed it musically and lyrically again, and it's another example. As I said, I think there are times where the intensity of the Sonics really hit the sort of trench warfare battlefield atmosphere, and then also at the end the way the song sort of wistfully sort of petered out. It really fit with that idea, like my soul's on the wind and so on, or spirits on the wind. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if that's a big one for you. As I said, I'm gonna get to all of these albums eventually, but I'm slowly working my way through. There's a few requests. Someone shouted out, which one was it? It was a tune from Senjutsu. Let me just see, because I have that right in front of me. It was, Hell on Earth, that's right. And also the Red and the Black. Basically, I'm trying to keep up with all the requests. I'm getting a few more of them now, which is very exciting to me. I'm very much enjoying that some Maiden fans have found their way here and are enjoying the reactions, so shout out to all of you. But yeah, whether it's the Red and Black, Hell on Earth, I'm going to get to all of them eventually. So keep shouting them out. I'll keep working my way through them. I really do appreciate the people watching and listening. Have a good day, have a good night, and I will see you next time. Peace.